artists that, release a new song. They wrote a new song and we highlight them here, or someone that just wrote a book. And, we're looking forward to having that segment this morning. Actually, I have a very special guest waiting in the wings. She's waiting in the wings. So we're now live on Facebook. We're now live on YouTube. So remember, you can always jump on and watch the segment that we have here on HGG Radio. You can jump onto YouTube, HGG Radio, YouTube, Roshane Douglas, YouTube, Odette Thompson, and the same on the Facebook side of things. You can go on Facebook for HGG Radio, Facebook, Roshane Douglas. You can also go on Facebook for Odette Thompson. All right, so we're looking forward to you guys jumping on and participating this morning, this Monday morning, as we close the month of October. Yeah, as we close the month of October, we give God thanks for taking us to the 10th month of the year. We're looking at going into the 11th month of the year. You and I have no idea what tomorrow holds, but once we trust the Lord that He'll take us safely to our destination, because I believe that if you're still here, He has plans for you. He still has plans for you. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night again to all our listeners, to all our viewers from across the nations of the world. Welcome to the Morning Flow. I am your host, Odette Thompson. We're streaming live from Edmonton, Alberta, where it is nice, -6 degrees. When I say to persons what the temperature is, it's like, oh my goodness, we've gotten accustomed to it, or I've gotten accustomed to it. -6 is actually a nice, cool Monig morning. For those of you who know Monig in St. Anne, it is a nice, cool Monig morning. Or for those of you who know Bamboo, I'm going to relate to St. Anne because that's where I'm from. So, Monig and Bamboo, in the morning, it is nice and cool. So we are experiencing that type of weather. To me, that's what it feels like. I know some persons will say, oh my God, -6. But it's a nice morning this morning here in Edmonton, Alberta. And so we give God thanks. I am just looking at everyone jumping on over here, waiting to see you all hop on to Facebook or to YouTube, because we're going to be talking to our very special guest this morning. For Higher Hits, we're going to be talking to Miss Shennell Louden. She is the writer of a children's book, and we're going to be talking to her this morning. We do our features here on the Morning Flow, and this morning we have with us Shennell coming out of Jamaica, and I'm so happy that she could jump on, given the fact that there was an earthquake a few moments ago in Jamaica. All right, so I am going to wait no longer, because she's waiting patiently in the wings. She's waiting patiently in the wings, and I'm watching her waiting patiently in the wings. And here we go.
Hi.
Good morning to you, Shennell.
Good morning. Good morning to all the listeners across the world.
How are you doing this morning?
Well, I am wonderful. And like you said, thanks be to God. After that earthquake a while ago, doing pretty fine. Thanks.
Okay, that is very good to hear. Very good to hear. Where in Jamaica are you joining us from?
Well, I'm actually within the beautiful garden parish of St. Anne.
Yay, she's in my parish, people.
Yeah.
I know, All our listeners are gonna say, "Oh, she's down there in Perth." I talk a lot about Saint Anne. Okay,
It
so
is true. It is true.
all right. So did you feel the earthquake just now?
Oh, yes, the tables were shaking and the monitors were shaking, the building was shaking. I could feel that impact, and it kept for a while. I'll say maybe about a minute. I think it did last a minute because I could feel the aftershocks.
Oh wow! So
Yeah, and
the building itself was actually shaking.
yeah, I could see the monitor on the desk was rocking back and forth. I was like, "Ooh, yep, this is an earthquake. This is not like a truck driving past. This is definitely an earthquake."
Oh wow! Oh
Mhm.
wow! 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 Wow!
A lot of
Well,
persons didn't know it was an earthquake. I guess they thought it was something else, but after I seen it, I knew instantly.
okay. Well, I'm happy that you are safe and that everyone
I
that's
know.
your building that they are safe. And so far, we have not heard of any casualties.
Thanks
And
be to
so,
God.
yes, we give God thanks for that. I want to welcome you to the morning flow. I want our
Oh,
listeners,
thank you. Yes.
are on HGG Radio, go ahead and put your welcome in the chat, 825-343-4486. For those on Facebook, go ahead and send your welcome in to our very special guest this morning, Shennell Louden, coming to us from the Garden Parish, the best parish in Jamaica, Jamaica.
Yes, I bet. Yes, I will support you on that. No, 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 extreme bias. I still love another parish, but I'm not gonna call its name because we're gonna have some problems.
I think persons from Saint Anne are like persons are how Jamaicans are in general. So on a whole,
Yes.
Jamaicans will say Jamaica is the best place, the absolute
Oh,
best place on the
definitely.
planet, the best Caribbean country. So, and then when you
Yes.
come into Jamaica now, you have the Saint Anne folks who say Saint Anne is the best. So,
Oh,
you know what?
yes.
It
Oh,
is what it
yes.
is. It is what it is. All right. So we're gonna get down to the meat of the matter. Chanel is a new author and she wrote a book, folks. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. But Chanel,
Mhm.
before we even go into the book, I want you to tell our listeners and our viewers a little bit about Chanel.
Okay. So first, I graduated from NCU, Northern Caribbean University. That was back in 2012. I I think I would consider myself an arts person, but I'm also a person that loves to think outside of the box. So, I was a former journalist and sound engineer. I worked with very prominent places such as I wonder if I should call the names, but like some of you remember me from a previous station that was Mellow FM with Barry G. Yes, that was Chanel. This is the same Chanel. And I've worked with so many other prominent media groups, including RATV, JNN, you know. But now I'm so happy to be here in this fair. And well, if you think about, like I said, I try not to put myself inside of a box. So when you look at me, you would never tell that some of my capabilities. I'm also a comedy chef. That's something somebody would not even look at me and tell. So I'm that go-getter girl, and I always believe in um, overcoming challenges, not running from them but facing them. So I'm a girl that likes to challenge myself. Over time, if I get very familiar with it, then it becomes, I say, a little bit cliche. So I try to go outside of that.
Okay,
And
okay.
yes, I can cook. Oh, I did say that. I can cook.
Okay, so it sounds like I need to come and take some lessons from you in terms of yeah. She has been there, folks. She has been there. So we're talking to Shennell Louden this morning, and you heard a little about this young lady that is an inspiration. And I hope that there are many other young persons that are taking notes.
Yes.
Youth does not say that you can't do. And I'm loving what I'm hearing. I'm loving what I'm seeing coming from you. And so she is the writer of a book, and the book is called Little Tommy's Great Adventure. Great Adventures.
Yes.
Little Tommy's Great Adventure. All right.
Yes.
So, Chanel, I want you to tell me uh, um, what was the inspiration behind writing this book?
Wow, that's a good question. I started off back in COVID time, I was working part-time as a teacher. And I realized that there was this one child in the classroom that faced a lot of um, obstacles, including reading disability. Because he was not able to read, it really had a toll on his demeanor. And so I said to myself, and he was even being bullied because of it. I said to myself, I want to make a change for all these children who are having a hard time trying to overcome their reading disabilities. And I sat down and I put pen to paper. It didn't come to me yet immediately. That's in 2021. But then in 2022, I started to think about my own brother and how he overcome certain obstacles in his lifetime. And that was Rasan, my older brother. And I said, okay, um, let me just try to see if the story could, start from there. And God just led me from there. I spoke to my sister-in-law, that's Rasan's wife, and I said, "Do you think I could write a book?" And she said, "Yes." And I had her proofread it, and then I pitched it to a school. I think the same school, and the principal, she was very happy with it, and I shout out to the Vasu family next door to me. I sort of borrowed their children to see how, the impact it would have on them. And when I was finished, they asked me what happened to the rest. And that was part one and two. So I said, okay, this is a hit, you know. Okay, let me just continue from there. And so I did. And the publisher I got, she was extremely helpful. That's Mrs. Bethel from Bahamas. God led me to her because did you know, Odette, it was so hard to find kids publisher in Jamaica. But I'm seeing where this is slightly being changed. And I said, where am I going to get a good publisher now? And I researched and I found her, and she has been wonderful, wonderful from start to finish. And lo and behold, the book was released of March 2023. I'm so proud that it came out at the right time because I was trying to push it a little, um, a little bit before the time. And I remember Mrs. Bethel saying, let's take our time with this one because this one is going to be a really good one.
Okay. I love that. I love that. Not many persons can go into the classroom to teach the little ones. And I love that you identified the struggles that he was having. So have you told him that, when I was teaching you, it pulled at
So
me and it inspired me to write this book?
I am actually trying to locate him because I think he should be finishing up on that level. But I do plan to see if I can find him to let him know that, in a way he inspired me to make a change or make a difference for him and for so many other children. Mhm.
Okay, okay. I'm sure he would be elated.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
sure. That would be a wonderful Christmas gift to say, I was the one that caused her to write this.
It's true. It is true. So I'm in dialogue with the principal of that school to help me to locate him.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. I know you mentioned the inspiration of the little boy
Mhm.
having his issues, and then you mentioned your sister-in-law, and you mentioned the publisher. But how long did it take you to write the book itself?
I'd say a few months, if, yeah, I'd say a few months, like maybe about 2 months. Because when I started writing, I wrote part one, and then I came up with another idea, and I said, let me just see if I can write part two. And actually, the book consists of part one and part two. A lot of persons don't know this, but this was done, to make the book a little bit different from all the rest, because usually when you go online to purchase a book, it's usually part one that you receive. But at an affordable price, when you go on Amazon, you're going to get two stories for the price of one. So it's actually part one and part two. You have Little Tommy Goes to Camp and Little Tommy's First Flight. And I must add that while your kids are reading this book, they will be having fun, yes, but they will also be learning, because I made sure to put a lot of different subjects in there, subjects in which they would probably be shy of, such as geography, social studies. They will be learning these subjects while they're reading and having fun. And the adults, I see that the adults are loving it even more than the children. So that's like a second treat for me when they give me the feedback.
Okay, okay. So it took you roughly 2 months to write Little Tommy's Great Adventures. Folks, we're talking to Shennell Louden out of St. Anne, Jamaica. She is the author of this book that we are talking about, a great inspiration to the youngsters that are in school, Little Tommy's Great Adventure. So we're talking to Chanel, and she's just letting us know what the process was like in terms of the inspiration behind the book, and how long it took her to write the book. So Chanel, you mentioned also the publisher, and so after talking to your sister-in-law and then connecting with the publisher, I want you to tell me, in terms of the process itself, how long did it take from start, the first day you put pen to paper, to the book actually physically being held? What was the process like?
Well, again, I have to say thanks to Mrs. Bethel because she made the process a little bit easier for me. It was rather enjoyable or fun. She did not make it seem like, okay, this was just too much to handle. And I'll say the time span would be at least a year because it started last year and then up to this year, March. Well, I wanted the book to be released in like around September last year, but I remember her telling me not to rush it because we want to make sure that the content, the quality, it was on par. So it actually was published. I got the first copy in March, and then it also went live on Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
Okay, okay, wonderful. So we're hearing the process, we're hearing the little tribe that Chanel has that helped her through the process, and it's always very good to have your support team, someone
Yeah,
to say, you know what, proofread this, look at this, and it's awesome that you have a great support team with you.
oh,
Chanel, what inspires you?
what keeps me, what inspires me? Well, there are a lot of things, but I think my mom, she played a huge role in this, and hence she's actually one of the characters inside of the book as well. You know, she's always telling me to learn to conquer my fears and not to be afraid to project, what it is that I want in this lifetime. So she is actually my main role model. I mean, I have other role models, but she is one of my biggest mentors and critics as well. Yes, that's Miss Lam. She goes by the name Miss Lam. You can call her Miss Caroline. So in the book, she's referred as Carol.
Okay, and so you're bringing everyone to life in I have to get a copy of this book. I have
Yes.
to get a copy of this book. All right, so what advice would you give to someone who is wanting to write and not knowing where to start?
Okay, if they have not started as yet, I would encourage them. Don't give up and don't look at it as overwhelming because the truth be told, I did not know what I was doing. And so I landed with the good publisher, Inspire Publishing from Bahamas, right? And what I'm saying is that you don't give up, don't quit because it might seem like a lot, but you want to take it step by step, right? Once you have the story in itself, right? You want to start off with that. And then you can try seeking a publisher and make sure that the publisher works with you. It's not about just the money. You got to think about what it is that you would like to project into society. Like my book, I made it so that it would encourage children to read and rebuild their confidence. So you want to find out, why am I writing this book? What is my aim? Think about those things. But as I said, work with a publisher that is understands what you're about and what the book is about. And then of course everything it will take off like an airplane from there. And of course, work with your budget as well.
Okay, all right. I heard what you said, but I also heard all of your people back in the background, man. So
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
but I heard what you said in terms of how to, because a lot of persons tend to have this, they have it inside and they don't know how to pull it out. So
Pull
it
it off,
yes,
right.
so it's good for you to even start telling persons, what to do,
Yes.
because you have gone through that process.
Mhm.
All
So
right.
they can talk to their friends, talk to families, and then talk to other authors too. That will help to guide you.
All right. All right. So were there any challenges that you encountered?
Oh, yes. During the making of it, I was in the hospital, so I lost some time on that. But then immediately when I came out, everything was back on track again. And, it was a smooth sailing from there with the publisher that I had. So I lost out on a lot of time when I was in the hospital, trying to recuperate so that I could be better to get the book out.
Okay, so the only challenge was that time that you had in the hospital.
Yes.
Okay, okay, all right. That's good. That's good. All right. So, what has the feedback been like since the book is now out
Oh.
in the hands of all those little ones?
For those persons who have been supporting and who wants to support, I say the support has been very good because I've been getting support from Canada, from the USA, from Africa, from Jamaica, and I'm extremely happy about the one in Africa because they are partnered with a foundation called Marvin Foundation, and they were able to take the book into some of the most volatile areas in Africa and read to the children. And the children they received the book so well, and they were participating in the reading session. And somebody texted me and said that when I posted a video of it, it made them cry because they knew that the children are going through a lot of things in Africa, and to know that I was inspired to do this to create a happy space for them, and also a good learning space for them. This made them feel so overwhelmed. So I am looking to partner with anybody else out there that wants to get Little Tommy's Great Adventure into their sphere or foundation, as well as those who have not purchased yet. It is at an affordable price, parents. I'm talking about less than $1,500 Jamaican on the tablet, and of course, less than $3,000 if you want the book, the printed book or the paperback version. I try to do the Kindle version as well because I know children are traveling, and sometimes, they may tend to bring their tablets instead of taking up the book itself. So they can get it on the Kindle version. And yes, it is a good read. It is a good read. The parents have also been telling me, I don't know what you did in this book, but whatever you are doing, keep it up because I'm seeing a difference in my child. The child is more motivated to read. They want to pick up a book to read. And instead of asking for a toy, they're asking for books. So it's almost as if I've stimulated their appetite for reading.
That is awesome. That is where we have to start. We are
Mhm.
talking to Shennell Louden, and she is coming to us from St. Anne, Jamaica. She is the writer of Little Tommy's Great Adventure, and I am inspired. I am looking forward to getting this book, to reading this book.
Mhm.
And I want you to tell us, where can we find your book?
So currently, if you are overseas, you can order on Amazon. Just go and type in the name of the book, Little Tommy's Great Adventures. Or if you want to type my name, Shennell Louden, it will come up in the search bar. It's also available on Barnes and Noble if you prefer to shop there. And in Jamaica, for those listening, you can take my number down. It is 1-877-650-0972. If not, I can order for you and the book will be delivered so that your child too can enjoy this or rather participate in this experience.
Okay, folks, so you heard it
Ooh,
right here.
I
Yes?
should add that I'm still working on getting it into some of the bookstores and of course Fontana Pharmacy.
All right, all right. So, wherever you are across the nations of the world, and I know my HGG family, they are spread far and wide. And so somebody just jumped on Facebook and said in Chicago. All right, so they are spread far and wide. So for my HGG family that's listening, and you want to get this book in time for Christmas, whenever I give a gift to a child, my children they know this, and what which any child that I give a gift, I give a book. I give only books. That's all I give. So any child that has ever gotten anything from me, I am giving a book. I don't give toys because I know that the toy will be worn out and
Mhm.
after a while they'll stop playing with it. I give books. Always give books. And so if you are in the life of a child, whether your child, a godchild, a grandchild, a niece, or a nephew, this is going to be a wonderful Christmas gift to give to that child. And so we're talking to Shennell Louden this morning. I want you guys to go out and support this young author that wrote Little Tommy's Great Adventures. All right. So you're going to go out, you're going to buy the Christmas gift. Stop it with the toys, man. Buy the book. Buy the
Yes,
book, people. Buy
by
the
the
book.
book.
So
Mhm.
you can go on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and she gave her telephone number. So it is 876 or you
Yes.
can contact us here at HGG Radio and say, hey, that young lady that you had on Higher Hits, that wrote the book Little Tommy's Great Adventures. I want to connect with her to get a book for a Christmas gift, a birthday gift for a child. I want to connect with her. Connect with us here at HGG Radio, and we will be happy to hook you up with Shennell. All right. So remember, guys, I want you to support, support, support. That's what we do as family. Yeah. That's what we
Yes.
do as family. And as the HGG family grows, that's what I'm looking forward to happening. So I want you guys to go out and support Shennell. I'm looking forward to reading this book. And I know based on the title of the book, I can expect more from Little Tommy because it's
Yes.
his great adventures.
Mhm. Oh, yes, most definitely. Part three has already been written, but of course, you will get the exclusive when that one comes out.
All right, folks, you heard it right here that we will be hearing it. We'll be getting the exclusive right here on HGG Radio. Sister Andrea says, she says, welcome, Shennell. So thank you, Sister Andrea, for welcoming
Mhm.
our guest this morning.
Thank you.
All right, so we have I want you guys to go out and find this book, Little Tommy's Great Adventures. You
Yes,
will never ever lose out when you invest in the education of a child.
that's
That
right.
I can tell you. I can attest to it. I can attest to it. Give a book versus a toy
Mhm.
because in a few months you're gonna stop playing with the toy. But you know that
Yes.
book will keep on giving because you know they
Mhm.
after they read it they can reread, and when you read the bedtime stories they'll say, "Yeah, I
Mhm.
want to hear Little Tommy's Great Adventure." So Christmas is coming up. Christmas is coming up. Jump onto Amazon, jump onto website Barnes and Noble. Give us a call here at HGG Radio. Our number is 825-343-4486, or you can connect with Shennell directly, 876-504-0972 to get a copy of this book because Christmas is coming up, as I said. You know, get it done so that you don't have to be out and about Christmas Eve searching for something. Chanel, I want to
That's
thank
right.
you for coming on this morning. And I am going to give you about 1 minute to wrap up with our listeners and our viewers. If there's something else that you'd like to say to us about Little Tommy's great adventures.
I want to say just thank you to everybody who's been supporting me, all my family, all my friends. And, I am just looking forward to so many more adventures that the book will take me on. And of course, parents, continue to encourage your children, encourage them, and let them know how much, you believe in them. It is important, right? So I'm hoping that everybody will come and support a Jamaican author, and of course, get their book for their children. If you want to donate a book to a child, you can also do that if you do not have any children, right? Each one to each one. So let's just make this world a different place for the children, and let's start by purchasing Little Tommy's Great Adventures.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chanel, for jumping on to the morning flow and joining us here on HGG Radio for the segment Higher Hits. And we know that this one is going to be a hit, right? It is going to be a hit. I'm looking forward to the numbers going up. I'm looking forward to hearing the report from you. And I'm looking forward to reading it. I am going to be in Jamaica shortly. So when I do come down there, I'm going to get myself a copy. I'm going to get myself a copy. Yes, folks, I'm going to get myself a copy so that when I come back on, I will tell you all about Little Tommy's Great Adventures so that you can hurry and get the book for Christmas.
Yes,
Yes, I'm pushing books for children.
yes,
Yes, yes, I am
yes,
pushing books. But
that's true.
thank you so much, Chanel, for coming on. And I, I applaud what you're doing as a young person. I applaud that you're investing in the next generation. Keep it up.
Yes. Mhm.
All right. Good job.
Thank you so much.
All right, folks, you heard it right here. We had the segment Higher Hits just now, and we had a very special guest with us, Shennell Louden, coming in from Jamaica, Jamaica. She wrote the book Little Tommy's Great Adventures, and it was a wonderful conversation with this young author. We're looking forward to hearing more from Shennell and more from Little Tommy's Great Adventure, and I'm looking forward to reading it myself. This is what you do. You invest in the next generation, and you let children know that it's fun to read. It's not always about the games and the toys, but give them a book. Give them a book so that at the end of the day, they will be knowledgeable. And so this morning we talked to Shennell, got some good insights from this young person, and I like to see the young doing something with their crafts, their arts and their crafts. I like to see young persons, when they have something bubbling up on the inside, they can put it to good use. And so Shennell this morning talked about the process that she went through in writing this book, whatever challenges she had. When she was writing this book, she talked about the feedback, and the book has been making strides across the nations of the world. We give God thanks for that, and we will continue to pray for Shennell here on HGG Radio. I heard that there was a earthquake in Jamaica, so praying for Jamaica, the island of Jamaica, and I am hoping and praying that everybody is safe. I am going to be jumping off of Facebook, off of YouTube. We'll continue on HGG Radio. So for those of you who are now watching on Facebook or on YouTube Live, you know that you can jump onto HGG Radio, where you can download the HGG Radio app and stay connected. We are a 24 hours, 7 days a week gospel station. Jump on and continue with us as we continue to send up the praises to the King of Kings and to the Lord of Lords, and we watch the blessings come down. So I'll be signing off of Facebook, signing off of YouTube, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Oh, and I see Sister Donna Scott jumped on, and she's saying that it's Clarendon. Sister Donna, no man, Clarendon is our neighbor, yes, neighboring to St. Anne. But boy, I know I can't agree with you this morning, Sister Donna. Let us agree on something else, but it's not that Clarendon in Jamaica is the best parish. No. And I know that I'm going to hear a lot of feedback, but you guys know that I'm going to say St. Anne all the way. So, to the best parish in Jamaica. We just had Shennell Louden, a young author, coming to us live, and she's out of St. Anne. So, Sister Donna, I won't agree with you this morning. Let us agree on something else that, when soup, let us agree that pea soup is the best soup. Let us agree on that one. But I'm so happy that you could jump on, Sister Donna, this morning and participate with us yes, see, listen me, people, I just told you that I'm signing off of Facebook and YouTube, and I just saw somebody jumped on and said, St. Anne, you're gonna start a great war. It is indeed St. Anne. For those of you who have not yet visited St. Anne, I implore you to do so. So this morning we had Shennell Louden coming to us out of St. Anne. And good morning to you, Sister Pat. Good morning. Sister Pat is right here in Edmonton, Alberta. Good morning to you, Sister Pat. What is the best parish? Where is the best parish in Jamaica found? Sister Pat, jump on. Let me hear you. Where can you find all Jamaicans are very friendly. That I can tell you. Wherever you go in Jamaica, very, very friendly people. I remember when I was growing up as a young child, and my mom, whenever we go anywhere, especially when we go to the country, oh my goodness, she knows everybody. She don't know them, but she would St. Andrew, Sister Pat, no man. Sister Pat, you're way off. I would even put Sister Donna's Clarendon over your St. Andrew. St. Andrew, no man. Sister Pat, no sir. No, no, no. And I see Michelle in Michelle jumping on, and she is saying Saint Anne, and she said argument done! Exclamation marks. So I have a lot of Saint Anne people in the house this morning. And I want to say good morning to you all. Good morning to you all. Sorry, Sister Pat, I need to take you down to St. Anne and show you why St. Anne is the best parish. Somebody's jumping on to our Brother Robert. Brother Robert, he is in South Florida, and Brother Robert just jumped on to our HGG chat, and Brother Robert is saying Trelawney. Again, I love our neighbors, Trelawney, Clarendon. I love them, I love them. But unfortunately, this morning, Brother Robert, no, I cannot agree with you at all. No, nope, nope. It is St. Anne. We love the yam. We love the yam. So I'll give you that. We love the yam, but no, it is St. Anne. Wonderful people, wonderful food. Nice. Not only the beaches. So, not only the beaches, because St. Anne is not made up of just the North Coast. Oh my God, Sister Pat. Sister Pat said that she's never been to St. Anne. No, Sister Pat, we have to plan a trip. Sister Pat, you've never been to St. Anne? Girl, you're missing out. You have no idea how you're missing out. No, man, you have to go. The next time you go to Jamaica, Sister Pat, make it a priority that you go to St. Anne. You go to St. Anne. Michelle said the same thing that I was saying this morning. She said, St. Anne is to Jamaica what Jamaica is to the Caribbean. Michelle, you want people to start stoning us? They're going to start stoning us. But it's true. Sister Janice, Sister Janice says that she's joining in with Brother Robert to say Trelawney. I say I love my neighbors. That's what the Bible said to do, to love my neighbors. And I love my neighbors. But I'm not going to agree with you. Brother Barry is jumping on to say, Brother Barry says, Saint Mary. And then he says, me done talk. Oh boy, another neighbor. I absolutely love Saint Mary because I have family in Saint Mary. And I always love when they come to visit because, when they come to visit, they would bring a lot of cane. I always get cane from St. Mary. So Brother Barry, St. Mary, no man, sorry. No, 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 no. But with this conversation, I know that I'll always get a lot of controversy, but it is St. Anne, and I hope that we can just leave it there. Yes, it is St. Anne. So, people, I know that for those of you who are saying Trelawney and Clarendon and St. Andrews because you've not been to St. Anne, but come to St. Anne, man, and then I'm sure that you will change your talk. But I want to give God thanks for each and every one of you this morning. I am going to be signing off of Facebook, signing off of YouTube. Remember, we spoke to Shennell Louden this morning. I want you guys to go out and find the book that she wrote. It is Little Tommy's Great Adventure. And if you have a child in your life, a godchild, a grandchild, your own child, someone at church, and you have Christmas coming up, it's good to buy them a book. So go out and find Little Tommy's Great Adventure. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it at Barnes and Noble. And you can connect with us here on HGG Radio. And we will definitely put you in contact with the writer as to how you can get the book. But go on and support this young writer as she enables the new generation, the next generation, to be readers. What Sister Pat says, my brother lives in St. Mary, so I've been there and I love it. Me don't talk. So everybody don't talk this. You guys are cracking me up. So everybody don't talk. So I hear Michelle, don't talk with St. Anne. Brother Barry, don't talk with St. Mary. No, Sister Pat, don't talk. Oh, listen me. Well, this I say to you, It is St. Anne. I'm a done talk. Oh my goodness, you guys are cracking me up this morning. It is just such a wonderful privilege to be here with you all. And I'm going to be signing off of Facebook. Jump onto HGG Radio, guys. I hope you have downloaded the app where we will connect on that side. It's so good to be here. I won't be on Facebook for the rest of the week or on YouTube for the rest of the week. So you will have to connect on HGG Radio. Sister Janice is just laughing away, because whenever I start a conversation like this, I know it is going to be trials and tribulations. When I talk about the parishes, when I talk about the food, it is trials and tribulations. But this morning, we're going to agree to disagree, right? So I leave you with the thought that St. Anne is the best parish. And given the fact that I'm going to be in Jamaica shortly, I will come back with added. Um, but then again, I know everything about St. Anne, so I don't even know what arsenal to add to it. But visit St. Anne, Sister Pat. Visit St. Anne, Brother Robert. Listen, me, Sister Janice, you need to visit even the country part of St. Anne. Even the country part of St. Anne. So I'm looking forward to being down there. But I also heard that there was an earthquake there this morning. And I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that you're all okay. I hope that you're all safe this morning. Remember to check on someone this morning. If you have family members in Jamaica, check on them and see how everything is going. There was an earthquake this morning in Jamaica, 5.6 on the Richter scale. So, it was not a small one. Everything was shaking. So just check on them to see how they're doing, because we are our brother's keeper in this time and in this season. I give God thanks for each and every one of you, my HGG family members from across the nations of the world. But I'm going to be signing off. Jump onto HGG Radio. Remember to download the app, and I'll see you on the radio side of things. God bless you.